Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Fish on Long Island. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how to put a small piece of wire on your bunker snags. Now, as most of you know, when snagging bunker, a lot of times I have the bluefish come up, get a hold of your bunker snag, and it's more or less gone. They swallow it and they just chew it off with their teeth. So what I like to do is I like to take a small piece of wire. This one happens to be, I believe, 80 or 90 pound test, and I think it's the number 7 wire. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to haywire twist this piece of wire onto the bunker snag, go up a few feet, not even a few feet, about a foot, and then I'll do an Albright with the mono into that. Okay, I've caught plenty of bass this way too, although now you can't. The bass never didn't matter. They bit it, whatever. It's a very thin, that's why it's hard to see. But mainly this is just for the bluefish. When the bluefish come up, and you don't lose your snag, so you can always get your snag back, and you can always straighten out the wire. They make a nifty little tool for that. And you just run it through like this, and it'll bring the wire straight back to its normal shape. So let me show you the steps how to do this, and we'll put the video together for you guys. Thank you so much. So the first step you want to do is have your bunker snag in your wire, and you want to do a haywire twist in there. So you're basically going to put the wire into your bunker snag, give yourself, maybe about 6 inches or so. Come back, and now you fold it over so it's like that. Okay, now with the haywire twist, you got to twist both wires in the beginning, not just one around when they both have to go around. So you do that a few times. I guess about 5 usually is where we go with that. So I don't know if you can see that, if it's starting to form. I'm not sure if you can see that. Okay, now that you have your haywire twist in, now you're going to start doing your barrel rolls. So basically you're going to take your wire and start running them right next to each other. It's a little difficult for me to see being I'm looking through a camera, but you want to start doing your barrel rolls up. And again, you're going to do that probably like 5 times. You want to keep them nice and tight. I'm not sure how this one's going to look, being again I'm looking through a little camera lens, but I'll try my best for you guys. Okay, so now you have your haywire and your barrels in there. You have to straighten it out if you have to. Bends a little. Again, this is a very thin wire, so I don't know if you can see that. So you have your haywire here, and then your barrels right there. Now you don't want to use a snip to cut that. So what you want to do is basically I just turn it upside down, I pinch it right there, and I do a 90 degree like that, and I run the wire straight up on itself, like so, and I just twist. Oh. Okay, and it pops off. Now you straighten everything back up. With the thicker wire, it usually is one pop, and one spin that comes right off this thinner wire. Took a couple, but as you can see, it's a nice clean break. And you can always straighten out everything with that. So you have your barrels, your haywire, no burrs, nothing. Now if you were to use snips, such as one of these, that will leave a little sharp point you can cut your fingers on. It kind of sucks because it's not fun getting cut with this wire. It will cut you open pretty good. So that's step 1. Alright, so now that we have step 1 done, I'm going to do step 2. And that is we need to put the wire and the mono together up here. And with that we're going to use an Albright. So basically what you want to do here for step 2 is simply just take your wire and fold it over. And that's basically it right there. So you can see that, and that's it for step 2. Pretty simple. Now, once that's over, we have our monofilament fishing line. This will be our leader off our fishing rod, and we're going to run it through the wire. Okay, so I ran through, come up on it. What I like to do is I'll come down with it, and I'm going to start wrapping back towards the wire, the end of the wire, excuse me. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll use 7. We could actually go more, but I didn't give myself enough working in right there. So be sure you give yourself enough working in. And what you're going to do is you're going to put it right through where it came from. Let me go one more time around there. There we go, it's 8. And you're going to put it right back through it where you did it from. Okay, so now both wires are there. What I like to do is just start working it back towards the thing and pull them both at the same time. And you can see the knot starting to form. Now you always want to wet it, so off camera I'll just wet this real quick. So the wire is wet. And now what you're going to do is you're going to start pulling everything together. Actually, before I do that, let me just slide it up a little more. Okay. So I'm just working it back up to the tip of the wire. Pull them both at the same time. Alright. So now that you have that, what I didn't grab actually is pliers, which will help out for this too, because you actually grab the mono and pull it. So with that now, you grab both ends, just watch that bunker snag, and you're going to come tight with everything. Alright. And that's just basically an Albright that I did in that. That's all nice and snug. So that's basically a knot. You can see that, now it's coming in blurry. So now what you have here is you have your wire and you have your tag in. For this tag in right here, you can just use your snips, no problem at all. And you can just snip it off. I like to leave myself just a little bit of tag in. Now you have to get rid of this piece of wire here. Again, you don't want to leave any burrs, any edges that's going to cut your finger and catch you on something. So basically it's the same thing. Flip it over on here, and I push the wire all the way tight to the mono. So I don't know if you can see that. Okay, and then again do your 90 and spin it, and it popped. And now you can see, here's your finished product. And if this looks sloppy, I apologize again. I'm looking through a tiny little screen here to see how to do this. And you're not going to catch your finger on everything. That wire's popped over there. And you see it's pretty smooth. You can rub it, nothing grabbing your skin or anything like that. So that's basically it. So now what you have is, I'll show you the whole thing. You have your bunker snag with a haywire twist, piece of wire, to an Albright, to your mono connected to your fishing rod. Now I would basically probably use 50-pound test as my mono, and this right here is 80-pound wire. But you know, use 80, 90, even if you want to go less, it'd be fine. So now you snag your bunker, bluefish comes along, a thresher shark comes along, whatever, brown shark, whatever grabs it right now, you have a fighting chance and you're going to get your snag back and whatever, and have fun fighting the fish too. You're not going to get bit off. So that's basically a simple little trick, how to do that, how to save your bunker snags, and you know, catch something that might have bitten you off. And that's basically it, just that simple. Alright, so that first part of the video, I'm using a very, very thin wire, so it was very hard to see. So now I upgraded a little bit. We have a, this is a, I think 108 pound, and I believe it's a number 9, I think, on this wire. I know it's still hard to see with the brown table, but let me just try to do it on real quick on this one. So we're going to take this wire, we're going to fold it over, right? And again, we're doing the Albright into the wire. If you want to have, let's say, your bunker snag, a lure off the bluefish around, just to save your lures. Now you could easily just put a barrel swivel in between the wire and the mono, and that would work fine as well, but I like all direct connections, so I really don't do that. So here we go. Now you can see I squeeze that over. That's all I'm doing basically. That's it. Turn it over on itself, trying to get it nice and tight as possible. Squeezing it down. Once you do the Albright, also make it a little tighter. For here now I have 50-pound mono that we're going to use. So we go through the wire, like you can see. So now it's through it. Pull it up. Come down on itself so it looks like that. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see that good. And we start wrapping around itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh, 7 popped out. There's 7. 8. Yep. Come on, what's after 8, Frankie? 9. And one more. Come on. 10. And let's go 1 for good luck. 11. So there's 11 wraps on there right now. And we had some help with little Frankie there. So now you can see that the wire is through that. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the wire right back through the opening. Now, some you could do opposite, some you could do the same. This one, we're going to try the same side, I believe. Uh-oh, I'm losing my backboard. Now you can see the knots forming there. So you want to do is you basically want to wet that. So we'll take it off camera for a second, wet it. Okay. So now it's wet.
Take 2.
No, take 2. Okay, so now you have that. Let's just pull that tight. So you can see the knots starting to form on that. All right. And I like to slide it up a little with my hand. And then I'll wrap this around. And it's a little bit harder to grab the wire. So if I had like a snag or something on there, I would hold on to something with the snag and you start pulling tight.
Dad, I never knew you could do that.
Now, I could actually go a lot tighter than that when I'm pulling. So you can see, because I'm actually doing this by hand. So if I did it with something else where I could pull tighter, you would see it much better. So now what you want to do is you want to tighten that tag end now. So I'm going to take the tag end. I would use a plier or something like that. I don't have a plier. I'll just use this real quick. Just to pull down on it a little. To squeeze that tight.
Yes, you have to.
So now you can see where it is. I don't know if you can see that. It's coming in clear. I know it's probably a little blurry, but anyhow, it's probably coming in blurry. So that's your knot. So now you have your Albright into your wire. So with your snippers, whatever you may be using, you're going to snip a little off. You want to leave a little tag end. So, and then there's your mono, and there's your wire right there. Now here's the part where I show you how to take it and snap it without using snippers. You don't want to use a snipper there, because if you do, you're going to leave a little point and you're going to get yourself cut. So what you do is find out where the wire is. You're going to bend it straight up, okay? So it looks like that now. It's basically kind of like a 90. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take this, bend it up like this, and now just twist it. And it pops right off. You see that? Completely broke it. No cutters, nothing. And now you have a perfectly clean knot, and that's Frankie in the background fixing our backboard.
And it's going to fall down.
And it's falling down.
And boom! That's our table, and I went to this one all by myself.
All right, put my backboard back there.
Sorry.
Okay. So that was our little assistant Frankie helping us out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you can see that now. And that's basically how you do it. Now, I'm just did this with heavier wire just so you could see, and heavier mono. And the original one I did, we used a lighter one if you're trying to be a little bit more with the leader shy, and you don't really need as heavy. But now with this is a much heavier 108, so you can see it a little better how it formed and how that knot is. And that's basically it. Again, you could use this on plugs if need be. Mainly I use these on bunker snags because I don't like losing my bunker snag, so I'll leave myself, a foot of wire, whatever, and then have the bunker snag. I do an Albright knot right into that. Not an Albright, excuse me, a Haywire twist into this side onto the bunker snag or whatever. And there's your Albright. Again, you could put a swivel right where that Albright is. I just don't like the extra tackle. I like direct, so that's why we'll do that. You could also put a hook on that too if you just want to go blue fishing, Kingfish, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
What do you have to say, Frankie? Let's go fishing?
Yeah. And then the backboard.
Oh, and there goes my backboard again.
Can I say hi, Dad?
You want to say hi?
No.
Say hi. Oh, say hi.
Oh, let me have the camera.
Let's say hi right now. It's recording you. Say hi.
Hi!
All right. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Hit the like button. Leave comments. I like positive, negative. All comments help out the algorithm for the videos. So again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Nice bullets. Oh my God. Those are actually stripers. Do you see this?